Hello you are watching the Achievement Run series. Just a quick reminder, we are currently at 8 out of 83 achievements. Let's not waste time and jump right in. Today we are starting a second factory. Thrilling. Every factory needs power, so let's build some power. Close to the lake seems fine. We could connect the new factory to the starter factory with large power poles, and we will at some point. But our starter base can barely power itself as it is. We need to expand power anyway, so why not just build it on site when we have such a large coal patch nearby. Speaking of coal, we need some coal for the power, which means clearing space, because trees are everywhere around this patch. Fortunately, we've got a lazy way to handle trees now. Grenades. What a blast. After setting up the coal miners and connecting them with belts, all that's left is to kickstart this thing. That should give us enough power for a while. What this place needs is smelting capability. Oh great, dramatic music. This should produce 1 yellow belt of iron plates, half a yellow belt of copper plates, and 1/5 of a yellow belt of steel beams. And I know what you are thinking, there are too many steel furnaces for the capacity of a feeding yellow belt. And you are right, I'm just hoping to upgrade this to red belts in the future to increase production when we actually need it. Anyway, a furnace stack is nothing without its ores. That was easy. Now we can watch the fruits of our labor. What was it? A bit premature, isn't it? Oh, you're right. Seeing as we haven't actually built anything yet. Is this better? Okay, after those thrilling panoramic views, let's actually look at the new base. Here, the entire iron plate belt gets converted into regular bullets. Ignore the small gun turret production. The regular bullets then get updated with steel and copper plates into piercing rounds, and we have a big storage for them. Because eventually the biters will evolve and regular bullets will be about as useful as a legless man in an arse-kicking competition. This production rate should be adequate for now. We need to address an issue. Again, science has stopped. Because we've run out of research that we can actually do. Everything left is blocked behind either military science or the trigger tech for oil. So let's take care of this. In preparation, I have built a pump check assembler and some fluid storages. Most of the oil-related buildings take the same inputs, so we can expand this place once we have the technology. Our exploration found several oil fields nearby. For now, we only want the trigger technology, so it doesn't matter which one we pick. Let's just grab the close one. We are equipped to go there. We just need to drag the power with us. Oh, a forest in the way. You know what that means. Okay, enough space for our pump check and the fluid storage. Hooray! Now we can continue research again. Progress. Have you noticed that I totally forgot to place the red inserters for the left side? I've never claimed to be a pro. Anyway, since we have the new bullet factory, we can get rid of the old one in the early base. That has the added benefit of less stress on resources consumption, so we have more for production and science. Done. The biters have found a gap in our defenses. To the rescue. Oh, apparently it wasn't a gap in our defenses, just insufficient firepower. That should fix it. Working with oil is getting closer, but first we need the actual oil processing buildings. So let's set up production for those. I have already created some beautiful spaghetti to get the brick belt over here. Now we can set up an assembler to craft the chemical plant and the oil refinery. That should do it. While this is doing its thing, we can take care of other matters. And that is military science. Military requires steel and bricks over here. Getting the belts over will be interesting. We have to find our inner Italian and start cooking some spaghetti. Chef's kiss, isn't it delicious? For the military science, we need space. That looks better. Finally, we can build the actual military science production. Except I forgot the coal for the grenades. Let's fix that real quick. science production up and running. Only issue, our lab area wasn't built to handle a third science bag. Time for a quick rebuild. That was easy. We have unlocked the potential to do military techs. With all those added buildings, we are tanking our power production at the starter base. Good thing we left some room to expand the setup. Crisis averted. Here is what air techs look like now. We are in medium biter territory. And those defenses I hastily placed everywhere require constant babysitting. Sustainable? Not remotely. Time to transition to something else. This is what our pollution cloud looks like. There are biter bases sitting right in the cloud, happily absorbing pollution. Let's capture those convenient pollution control entities. This one has 2 spawners and some worms. We are not allowed to kill the spawners, but we are allowed to kill the worms. We can modify those turrets in such a way that they only target the biters. So we set the filter options for all biters and splitter types. Look how I forgot to set the checkbox to only target those. Wonder what could go wrong. Yep, I'm definitely not a professional. Now our achievement in the top left corner is failed. Luckily I can just reload the save file. That saves our achievement. However, it doesn't take away the achievement we just got. Let's pretend that didn't happen, set the checkbox this time and do it again. We've neutralized those spawners. Well, as long as the gun turrets have ammo. Let's make sure they do. Ah, perfect. The gun turrets are being supplied by boxes with piercing rounds. As long as we keep those boxes full, this situation remains under control. Mostly. While I was on the way to resupplying, we finished our first military tech. Let's neutralize more biter bases. That one was simple. You may wonder, how do we ensure we don't run out of bullets in those chests? The answer is we set ourselves an alarm. It's fairly simple. All chests are connected to this decider combinator. It reads the total amount of piercing rounds in those chests. If this value drops, let's say below 500, it will output the signal as 1. The output of the decider combinator is connected to the speaker. If the signal is 1, it will make noise. I'll later remember to set this alarm to global, so we can hear it even if we are not close by. Let's test it. We place 520 magazines in the box. Yep, that works and will totally not drive us insane in the future. With a blueprint we only need to configure this once. We apply this blueprint to what we've built so far. Let's neutralize more bases. During the building process, we got a bigger attack. That looks bad. Strategically, that attack was quite smart, aiming for our ammunition production area. Anyway, the damage has been fixed. Let's continue with our actual mission. And it's finished. Isn't it beautiful? Now the only question remains. Can we produce more bullets than we need to contain the biters? I guess that will remain a mystery. Okay, bye.